Hey, how's it going? Jen from Colchester Pet, where fish are friends. Woo! Yeah. Talking about seahorses today. All about seahorses. That's this week. And Ziggy says hello. So he's a bit excited about horses too. Yeah! So seahorses are awesome. People actually come in and don't realize that they're real. People think that they're a myth, and some of them are like, get teary-eyed when they see these seahorses, which is so awesome and so beautiful. And I can't even think of any other fish that would invoke that kind of emotion, right? Isn't it amazing? Like, everybody loves seahorses, and I'm gonna tell you how to take care of them in this video. So here is our seahorse tank. We have 2 female seahorses in it. One of the best tanks that I like to have for seahorses is a BioCube. This is a 16-gallon BioCube, and it's great for like a couple horses and maybe a couple other fish and some inverts. The reason I like it is the tank is sealed, so less room for evaporation. You don't have as many problems. And also it has really nice place for filtration in the back. It's got LED lighting with a timer on it, which is nice, and it's nice and small. They also come in a 32 too, as well, and those are awesome. They are obviously bigger. You can put more horses in it, or more of whatever. What we do for the filtration in the back is we fill it with live rock. Live rock is a natural filtration, and it's just the best thing. It's the ocean's filtration, and why not use what the ocean uses? She's done a pretty good job so far, don't you think? Anyway, I wanted to show you, I have some food for the horses, so I'm gonna feed them.
Hello?
Alright, so seahorses are pretty slow eaters, but aren't they awesome? Can you see them? I don't know if you can see, but we're going to talk from here right now so you can watch. So seahorses are awesome. They're not very fast eaters. So you need to have fish that aren't going to compete for food with them. That's the first step. Like, you don't want, most people shouldn't have a tang. You're not going to have a tang in a 16-gallon anyway. But, you don't want tangs in there. You don't want too many big angels that move too fast. I always recommend to have them in a smaller tank. I do know people who've had them in 90-gallon reefs, and they have babies, and it's like, it just is crazy. Like, that works. And everybody thinks they're delicate. They're saltwater fish, so of course they're gonna be a little delicate, but I've seen them go through some pretty rough stuff. I've heard some pretty rough stories, and they've survived, and it's been great. These guys here, and as far as I know, all horses that are, in pet stores and for sale, these guys are bred in captivity, which means that they were born and raised in an aquarium, or a sterile place, which is great. There's no diseases. They eat better. They're already eating frozen mysis. This is frozen mysis shrimp. They're already eating that when they come here, and they do great. They do much, 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 much better than their wild counterparts in the eating department. That was the hard part. Like, we didn't, when you had wild seahorses, you couldn't really get them to eat prepared foods. Sometimes you could, but most times you couldn't. So there was a lot of issues, and people would lose the seahorses. That's why they became so difficult to keep, or had the name of being difficult to keep. Tank mates I have in here right now. There's some hermit crabs. There's a fire shrimp over here. I don't know if you can, over there. There's a clownfish. That's an orange storm clownfish. Pretty awesome, huh? One of my favorites. And that's pretty much it. I would probably put in another clownfish and maybe a goby or two, and that's it. Some snails, obviously, to clean the algae. But you don't want to overload your tank when you have seahorses, because you already have to overfeed them to get them to eat. As you can see how much food I put in there, and they should be eating way more than that, and they will. It's just that they're slow, very slow eaters. And if you have certain fish with them, then the fish are going to eat all the food before the horses get a chance to. So obviously that's a big deal, right? I mean, you don't want to have the horses starve, and that's what happens sometimes. People don't know, and they put them with a lot of fast swimmers, and if they have fast swimmers or intimidating fish, they're just going to hang out on their hitching post and not move, and they'll starve themselves that way too. He just ate some mysis shrimp. I love watching them eat. They look like they have a vacuum on their nose, and they got it right when they named this fish, because they definitely look like a horse, and they're just so awesome. What other animal looks like this? You know what I mean? I can't tell you. Because you have to overfeed, because they're slow eaters, you do have to change the water more often than you would in other saltwater tanks. We recommend 10 to 20% every week. Some people get away with, doing less than that if they have a bigger tank. And, if you understand that they have to be overfed, and you have to change their water because it gets dirty faster because of the overfeeding, and they can't be with some crazy fish that are going to be jerks, then that's the magic of the seahorse. That's it. There's no more to do than that. I mean, obviously have good water parameters, right? You have to start with good salinity, good salt level, and good water to begin with. But in basic care, that's pretty much it. They are just amazing, awesome fish. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be doing more videos where we have more fish like this, and I'll be doing a more deeper dive into them and how to take care of them. I like to have, they have a chain in the back. That's what they like to hang on. But if you notice, every rock that I've put in there has places for them to hitch onto. Like this little coral in the front, they love hanging out on that, and they're just gonna hang on that, and they're gonna, get the food out of there and be really excited and happy. So I hope this has been informative. More videos will be made. I hope you're enjoying our weekly videos, podcasts, and blog. And if you do, then subscribe to our channels and share it so more people can learn about all these awesome fish. Stay tuned for next week. Have a great day.